Today, we'll tell you a story that will send shivers down your spine because what they captured on camera blurs the boundaries between the living and the dead. A camera crew stands in the dark outside an abandoned warehouse, equipment humming softly as they prepare to speak to a man the world believes is gone. The medium closes their eyes, whispers a name into the static recorder, and waits for a seemingly impossible answer. But before a voice comes from the other end, red and blue lights pierce the fog, and 3 officers emerge demanding answers about a man who, according to official records, died 6 months ago. In March 2024, a paranormal investigation team called Afterlight Media traveled to an industrial district in Gary, Indiana, attempting to contact the spirit of Marcus Holloway, a local factory worker whose death had been ruled accidental in September 2023. The team had received permission from the property owner to film overnight at the former steel processing plant, where Holloway allegedly died after falling from a catwalk. Their goal was straightforward: capture electronic voice phenomena and document any unexplained activity for their YouTube channel, which had built a modest following of around 40,000 subscribers. What they didn't know was that Marcus Holloway's case had quietly been reopened by the Gary Police Department just 2 weeks earlier. New evidence suggested the circumstances of his death were far more complicated than initially believed, and investigators were actively monitoring the location for potential witnesses or suspects returning to the scene. On September 14, 2023, emergency services responded to a 911 call from the Lakeside Industrial Complex at approximately 11:47 p.m. Source: Gary Fire Department Dispatch Log, September 2023. First responders found a male victim, later identified as 34-year-old Marcus Holloway, seriously injured from a fall. He was pronounced dead at the scene at 12:14 a.m. on September 15. The preliminary investigation lasted 3 days, during which police interviewed 12 co-workers and reviewed limited security footage from the plant entrance. Source: Lake County Coroner's Office. Case report number 2023-1847. View map animation showing the layout of the Lakeside Industrial Complex with the location of the catwalk marked. The coroner ruled the death accidental, citing poor lighting, a lack of safety railings, and Holloway's night shift schedule as factors. The case was officially closed on September 18, 2023, and the plant permanently ceased operations a week later due to unrelated financial problems. For 5 months, Marcus Holloway's name appeared only in local obituaries and on his family's social media memorial pages. On February 28, 2024, the Gary Police Department received an anonymous call through their non-emergency line. The caller, whose identity has been withheld, claimed to have information that suggested Holloway's collapse was not sudden and mentioned a workplace dispute that had escalated weeks before her death. Source: Gary Police Department statement, March 2024. Detective Sarah Chen was assigned to conduct a preliminary review of the original investigation materials. By mid-March, the case was quietly reopened. Detective Chen's review uncovered several unresolved leads, including a deleted text message thread recovered from Holloway's phone and 2 witnesses who were not interviewed during the initial investigation. Document Supplemental Investigation Report, March 12, 2024. The department decided not to publicly announce the reopening of the case to avoid compromising potential evidence or witness cooperation. Scene: split screen showing the factory exterior in daytime versus nighttime. Meanwhile, Afterlight Media had been planning its investigation since early February. Lead investigator Tanya Ruiz learned of Holloway's story through a local paranormal forum where users had reported unexplained sound and shadowy figures at the abandoned plant. The team obtained written permission from the property management company on March 8 and scheduled their nighttime investigation for March 22, 2024. They announced the investigation to their YouTube audience 3 days in advance, posting the location and date in their community tab. On the night of March 22nd, a 4-person team arrived at the Lakeside Industrial Challenger at 9:30 p.m. with resolution cameras, audio recorders, and electromagnetic field detectors. They established a base camp on the ground floor and began their investigation at approximately 10:15 p.m., proceeding safely through the building. At approximately 11:40 p.m., on the 3rd floor near the catwalk, investigator Tanya Ruiz initiated an EVP session, directly addressing Marcus Holloway by name and requesting any communication. Footage: Afterlight, Media Rock investigation file. Time: 2 hours, 25 minutes, 17 seconds. Pattern: vacation question. What is the name of a deceased person you would say out loud at the place of their death? At 11:52 p.m., 3 tanker police vehicles and an unmarked sedan arrived within range. 6 officers in the spy chain entered the building, and the investigation team was contacted at 11:56 p.m. Body camera footage from the officers receiving feedback reveals the initial data, which team members believed was confirming their removal. Footage: Gary PD body camera, Officer M. Torres, March 22, 2024. The situation changed when Detective Chen asked how the team learned Marcus Holloway's name and why they were making a special effort to contact him. Tanya Ruiz published her research materials based on her own personal investigation, including Holloway's obituary, news articles related to the accident, and forum posts about alleged apparition. Detective Chen then informed the team that a renewed investigation had been underway since Holloway's death, and that the police had taken action because of their presence and the public announcement of their visit. The officers held the team for approximately 1 minute, confirming their identity, reviewing their filming documents, and documenting their partners in conspiracies. No criminal was found, but the department apparently copied all raw evidence that evening. The team was released at 1:34 a.m. and instructed not to return to the property and investigate until there was public confirmation of the police response. Source: Afterlight Media Print, March the 25th, 2024. The main evidence from this incident exists in 3 distinct categories: the original accident investigation, reopened case materials, and paranormal team documentation. The original 2023 investigation produced a coroner's report that listed the cause of death as blunt force injury due to a fall from a height and the manner of death as accident. Document: Lake County Coroner, case number 2023-1847. The report found no defensive wounds, no signs of a struggle, and toxicology results showed that Holloway had no alcohol or controlled substances in his system. The February 2024 anonymous tip has not been released in detail, but police statements confirm that it contains specific information about workplace conflicts that could be verified through independent sources. Source: Detective Sarah Chen, press briefing, April 2nd, 2024. Deleted text messages recovered from Holloway's phone reportedly showed correspondence with a co-worker regarding a security violation complaint Holloway had filed with management 3 weeks before her death, although the exact details have not been made public. Info card: what we know, case reopened, your anonymous tip received, text recovered, what's unconfirmed, tip source, text content, second investigation outcome. Afterlight Media's footage shows no paranormal phenomena during their brief investigation time on site. Their audio recordings, later reviewed by both police and independent analysts, contain no electronic voice phenomena related to Marcus Holloway. What the footage does show clearly is the team's surprise at the police response and their genuine confusion about why their permitted investigation triggered such significant law enforcement presence. Footage: Afterlight Media, released April 10th, 2024, with police approval. Police confirmed that they had been monitoring the property through periodic drive-bys and had set up a Google alert for Marcus Holloway and Lakeside Industrial Complex as part of their reopened investigation strategy. Source: Gary Police Department, operational disclosure, April 2024. When Afterlight Media posted their investigation announcement publicly, it triggered the alert, and when officers saw lights inside the building on the night of March 22nd, they responded with multiple units due to the ongoing investigation status. The central question that divides observers is whether the anonymous tip contained legitimate new evidence or simply reframed existing information in a more suspicious light. Some law enforcement analysts note that workplace disputes are common and do not typically escalate to homicide, while others point out that the original investigation's 3-day duration was unusually brief for an industrial death. Analysis: Police Practices expert Dr. Raymond Foster, Journal of Criminal Investigation, May 2024. The Holloway family has not made extensive public statements, but Marcus Holloway's sister, Patricia Holloway Green, told reporters in April 2024 that the family always had questions about the circumstances, but trusted the initial investigation's conclusions. Source: South Bend Tribune, April 8th, 2024. She expressed mixed feelings about the case being reopened, describing it as both necessary for truth and painful to relive the loss. There is also disagreement about whether Afterlight Media acted responsibly by publicly announcing their investigation. Critics argue that investigating a recent real death as entertainment trivializes genuine loss and can interfere with legitimate cesses. The paranormal investigation community has been divided, with some
This video is created for entertainment and educational purpose only.